The past year has been really different, and everyone has experienced some sort of change in social interaction, from quarantining and curfew to sudden shift from in-person classes to online. So, what is the impact quarantine has had on you sociologically, and is there anything you can do to counteract negative effects? One of the effects of the first few months of quarantining was to wipe out pretty much all of your weak ties. Weak ties are a term used in sociology to talk about relationships you have with people. Any relationship could either have weak or strong ties. You have a small number of strong ties. These are really close relationships. Most people can only maintain around 5 to 10. These are family members, really close friends. When you spend time with a person you have a strong tie with, it's most likely because you want to, not to accomplish some sort of task or agenda. Unlike strong ties, when it comes to weak ties, you can have hundreds. Weak ties are familiar people from life in your community. Joe from work, Carrie from book club, the kids from your soccer team. Typically, when you spend time with these people, it's centered around a goal, task, or activity. So, what happens when pretty much all of your weak ties suddenly vanish? What did they provide in the first place? So, according to the research, weak ties provide a sense of community, networking opportunities, information, and health benefits.
Social networking serves as a way to connect individuals with others and businesses to share information, ideas, and messages. Companies use social networks to create and increase brand recognition, promote products and services, and to answer customer questions and concerns. Throughout this pandemic, many of us have relied upon social media and technology to maintain connected to our social networks. The use of technology has had its benefits during this stressful period. Regardless of whatever social media platform you could be possibly using, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these tools have allowed us to stay connected to our casual friends or our weak ties. Frequent interaction with our social media friends have aided with creating lifelong friends, strengthened social awareness and empathy of numerous topics, kept us informed on worldwide issues during the pandemic, and has increased teen awareness. Social media has been the best outlet to reach strong-minded youth and have instilled a sense of unification and togetherness during our country's quarantine, informing, persuading, and building our nation as a whole to remain hopeful during our most difficult times.
Hi, my name is Samantha Dean, and I'm going to be telling you about volunteer opportunities. First, we have the American Red Cross. You have to be 18 years or older to volunteer or have permission from a parent or guardian. And they have individual opportunities such as behind the scenes, boots on the ground, client facing, and so much more. Next, we have university hospitals, and they have volunteer opportunities to interact with patients throughout the entire medical center. You can interact with pediatric patients or patients within the mother and baby units. Or you can interact with adult patients within oncology or acute areas. Lastly, we have the Cleveland APL, and they have entry-level volunteer assignments such as dog walking or grooming, and then they have advanced volunteer assignments such as cat adoption coach or dog walking coach.
At Lakeland Community College, there are a wide variety of clubs and social groups that students can become members of and socialize with. One of the most influential of these clubs is the Lakeland Student Government. They help plan events and they serve the student body as a whole. They offer meetings for interested students. There are also clubs that cater to students of certain minority communities, such as the Lakeland Hispanic Club and the Lakeland Asian American and Pacific Islander Student Association. These clubs are for students that identify with those particular groups to socialize and meet other people that have similar identities. There are also clubs at Lakeland that cater to students with certain interests, like the Gamers Guild, Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio, and Lakeland's Student Library Innovators. These groups are for students who enjoy certain interests to share that interest with other people. There are also groups like Lakeland's Psi Beta National Honor Society in Psychology and Lakeland's Sigma Kappa Delta English Honor Society that are service organizations that help serve the student body and the community as a whole through volunteering. In the case of Sigma Kappa Delta English Honor Society, they have raised $4,500 for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. They have meetings and offer and welcome people to help them in their mission of serving the community.
If you or a loved one are struggling during these difficult times, please remember you are not alone, and together, we are resilient. Personal counseling and psychological services are available to every Lakeland student through the Counseling Center at 440-525-7200. If you or a loved one are seeking substance or mental health treatment services in the community, please call 440-918-2000 to reach the Compass Line, a service of the Lake County ADAMHS Board. Operators can connect you regardless of insurance to services not only Lake County, but surrounding counties as well. If you or a loved one are experiencing a crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or text the crisis text line by texting 4HOPE to 741-741. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please dial 911.